Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Hill.
And I'm Brian Yacono. A stellar summer-like day out there. Let's get a look outside with Ryan Breton. Hi, Ryan.
Brian and Amanda, and we still have 2 more hours plus until the sun goes down. So a really nice evening all across the state. Looking out over the Belgrade Lakes region, it is 76 up there right now. But there are some showers and storms approaching northern Maine. Some showers moving through there now. And a line of thunderstorms in the St. Lawrence Valley. This is mainly going to clip Aroostook County tonight. The rest of us have a dry evening and a dry overnight too. Still in the 80s over parts of southern and western Maine, 83 in Lewiston, 84 in Sanford. A sea breeze has kicked up along the coastline, so Bar Harbor down to 66. In Portland now at 73. Really nice evening for just about all of the state, but a chance for a few thunderstorms and showers over northern Maine tonight. That action will fizzle, and we have a very mild night ahead tonight. Without much humidity in the air, dew points are mainly in the 50s. We'll have lows tomorrow morning that are right around 60 degrees in most spots, a little bit cooler up north, and another winter of a day for most of us tomorrow. We warm up very quickly with high temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. It will actually be warmest along the coastline tomorrow because unlike today, we should have a strong enough land breeze that holds off any sea breeze. Cooler weather is coming for everybody, though, later this week. I'll see you with more on that in a few minutes.
Ryan, thank you. We are getting an update tonight now on the investigation into the fire at Robbins Lumber in Searsmont nearly 2 weeks ago.
Investigators now at the State Fire Marshal's office released a preliminary finding today, and they believe the fire started as an accident. Investigators believe the fire started at the base of a silo there. An explosion happened before the flames could be contained. That silo toppled over, and fire quickly then spread to other buildings in the mill complex. Investigators say they have finished their work at the scene, but they may return in the next few months to test the unloader system at that mill and fully identify a cause.
Police in Dover-Foxcroft say one person is dead in a 2-vehicle crash. Police did not release the names of the people involved, but the crash did close down Route 7, known as the Dexter Road. The road has since reopened.
The trial of a man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend is underway right now in Bangor.
Richard Thorpe is charged in the death of Virginia Cookson. News Center Maine's Brianna Bush has the latest from that trial.
Day 1 in the trial of Richard Thorpe included hours of testimonies at the Penobscot Judicial Center on Tuesday, including testimony from Virginia Cookson's daughter about the days leading up to her mother's death. Thorpe is charged with intentional, knowing, or depraved indifference murder in the death of 39-year-old Virginia Cookson. Police say she was found strangled in her home in Bangor in September of 2024. During testimony Tuesday, several Bangor police officers say they responded to a report that Thorpe and Cookson were fighting before her death. Cookson's daughter testified that her mom told her she was afraid that Thorpe was going to kill her just days before she was found dead. Cookson's co-worker also testifying that there was another instance where she called the police to have a no trespass order issued after Thorpe came to her job and locked her in one of the rooms. In opening statements, defense argued investigators had a narrow focus, while the state says its case will show Thorpe is guilty.
The evidence that you will hear throughout this trial is going to prove to you that the defendant is guilty of Virginia's intentional, knowing, or depraved indifference murder.
Investigators already decided that Richard Thorpe was guilty. And once they did, that investigation narrowed.
Trial will resume on Wednesday, May 27th at 9 a.m. In Bangor, Brianna Bush, News Center, Maine.
Gathered from the state will continue tomorrow. A photographer is still recovering after he was stabbed at a wedding this weekend. It happened at Kingsley Pines campground in Raymond on Saturday.
Well, today the man accused of doing that crime faced a judge for the first time. Our Sam Olson was in the courtroom for that. Joins us now with what unfolded there. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Brian and Amanda. Andrew Manderson from Scarborough is charged with elevated aggravated assault. The judge today set his bail at $50,000 cash. So the situation unfolded on Saturday when Manderson attended his cousin's wedding. The wedding photographers were a couple from Massachusetts. One of them, Donald Halsing, was reportedly on the dance floor when Manderson stabbed him, seemingly at random. That's according to the other photographer, Ashley Wall. Today, lawyers said there is no known connection between the two men.
The defendant, after that was described to police, he had blood on his hands. He denied anything happened. He did acknowledge that he had a pocket knife in his pocket, which when retrieved by officers appeared to have blood on it.
Attorneys say Halsing is still at Maine Medical Center recovering from surgery. Meanwhile, Manderson is still being held at the Cumberland County Jail. Brian, Amanda.
Sam Olson with our development from the courtroom. Sam, thank you. Man from the town of Mexico accused now of threatening to carry out a shooting at the Oxford County Sheriff's Office. The Oxford County Sheriff says Rex Call threatened jail staff shortly before 7 this morning at the Oxford County complex in South Paris. Multiple law enforcement agencies responded and a fight broke out. Call is accused of assaulting a Paris police officer. He was tased and taken into custody. He faces assault and terrorizing charges, among others. A major decision coming today. Maine Secretary of State Shanna Bellows ruling a referendum seeking to ban transgender students from playing on sports teams that match their gender identity will not appear on the November ballot.
The decision follows a hearing earlier this month where state officials reviewed claims that some of the signatures collected for the referendum were gathered illegally, making them invalid. After that hearing, the Secretary of State's staff recommended rejecting thousands of signatures, leaving the petition more than 500 signatures short of the number needed to qualify for the ballot. Today, Bellows accepted that recommendation. She says some signatures were duplicates, undated, and several out-of-state petition circulators failed to follow Maine election law, which resulted in their petitions being thrown out.
My job as Secretary of State is to review the evidence. We take the integrity of the petition process just as seriously as we take the security of the voting process. Everyone involved must follow the law.
We reached out to the campaign behind the referendum, Protect Girls Sports in Maine. They sent us a statement saying in part that they disagree with the Secretary's decision and are working to ensure a judicial review. Bellows, who is running in the Democratic primary for governor, says her decision is final unless an appeal is filed within 10 days.